All right, so this is going to be our last set for the evening. It's going to be EyeDonutz versus SteveGuy86. So I'm going to assume you're the best plant in Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. And then against the best Steve in Australia. So we'll see what ends up happening. I have no idea how this matchup's supposed to go. I'm not even sure if there's supposed to be one party that approaches and one that doesn't. They both, I feel like, and generally don't. So I'll kind of have to like build a game plan together as I watch this to kind of figure out how these tools sort of work against each other and what you can kind of do to manipulate the other opponent. Because I am woefully unaware of what each one's going to do. The only thing that I know that Steve has is that he can at least send the bind card out to set up some interesting situations from that. And then probably get some things where he can get like his tether grab going. Like I feel like there's gonna be a range for that. And at least against Patui, if he can get those grabs at the right time, then he at least doesn't have to worry about getting hit by that. But of course, that's not always gonna be the case. So I'll have to see. Yeah, I gotta imagine mind cards gotta be so annoying. Because if he gets you off stage, you should be dead. Like just straight up. There's some great games you like. Okay. Yeah, no, I can definitely check this out. All right, let's see what happens. And I can't even say anything on stages, but I think this is a pretty good first one to see. Oh wow! I wish you were ready to get the grab on him when he was doing that though. God, that jab is so good. Oh, I thought you were going to go for the swallow hitbox. That looked like it just completely prevented your Patui from just even coming out there. That was kind of weird. Oh, aye. Good timing on his part. Man, that's annoying. You can just hit your Patui away like that. I have to imagine that's very consistent for working. Oh, wow, that's good. Yeah, like, when you throw your poison cloud out, I think it's just kind of better for you to hold center here. Unless, like, you're doing the dash attack to call out, like, every single option. But considering that, like, he was, like, a death percent, I don't think you really need to worry about that. Oh, that's annoying. Oh my god, what do you do here? Oh, he's dead. Oh god. Yeah. No, I mean, you can't, you definitely, if there's one character you cannot rush in against, it's going to be Steve, because his punish game is way too good. Yeah, when he did that back air out of shield, you could have punished him for that. That wasn't safe. So you could have done like a fair out of shield to get him there. I think the bigger thing that you have to just keep in mind is that Steve has to approach you to do anything. And then you can just keep like pelting him with like the Patuis at the very least. But God, your low mobility is gonna hurt you so much. Oh boy. Yeah, there's honestly the second it got you off stage, now you're just kind of done. That's rough. I see. Okay, that's not too bad. Jeez. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Back throw. That platform actually kind of, I feel like that made it a little bit harder to do it. Remember, whenever you're controlling ledge, like just go for the brute setup. Like he's not at death percent yet. Just go for the brute setup. Even when he's at death percent, you can still go for the brute setup and kill him off of that. See, you can. Let's see. Response answer. I think I played. Yeah, no, really just go for the brute setup because like what you're doing there is like when I see you just like charging Patui here, at least at least with this, that's kind of bad. If you see him go for a high recovery, then okay, that's not too bad of a setup to go for. But like if he needs to go to ledge, like there's no reason not to do something that's going to give you guaranteed damage and you can cover every single option. Like it's just that's just the choice to go for. Oh, he messed up. That works out. He was definitely trying to cheese you there. Oof. I thought he was about to grab you right there. Forward throw? Okay, good. Oh god, that's... that's infuriating. That wasn't a bad idea, but he did outweight you there. Gotcha. I'm not really sure if you have a good response to that as plant. Like, the most that I can see is, like, your Poison Cloud goes through those, right? Does your Poison Cloud go through it, or does it just damage them and break them? So honestly, if your Poison Cloud breaks it, you might as well just full charge and go for it. Oh, wow, that's scary. Also remember, if he whiffs a grab while you're in the air, you can just go to him and hit him as well. He's going to be stuck in lag for quite a long time. Oh, you actually did a pretty good bait there. Not bad. Oh my god, he was trying to detonate it from... Oh, he's so cheeky. Good thing he got shield poked there. The alternative was a lot worse. Okay. Now, honestly, use the Poison Cloud. Get rid of the ceiling. I feel like the ceiling is actually a lot more important to get rid of than the wall. Oh god. I thought you were safe too. Yeah, honestly, like one of the biggest reasons why like a lot of things from Steve are working out really well is because your character's mobility is so bad. So it's like he actually keeps pace with you, and that's rough. Ah. Okay, now you've got a pretty good setup going here. Good patience on his part. God, honestly, if you could cancel down B with shield, that'd be so nice. I thought because you hit it that you'd technically get a little bit less. That's rough. That's so rough. Oh. Can't even recover properly. Like, there's no chance of you recovering properly against him. Like, okay, if you have Battlefield against Steve, you might as well, like, just try to go for top platform. I think that might be your best case scenario. Just go for that. Go for that. So that way, like, if he tries to kill you with up smash, he's got to be very technical about it. And you can definitely mix him up. And once you have him mixed up between going top or going down, then it'll be much harder for him to cover you. So just, like, try to keep him guessing as much as you possibly can. Okay, good setup there. Oh, man, he called you out so bad. Also, something that you should keep in mind is, like, a lot of times he actually is trying to approach you from the poison cloud. So try to just bait him into coming through that and, like, meet him with, like, an F smash. So it's like you just go through whatever attack he's doing. Yeah. Oh, man. That's rough. Again, if you just focus on the brood setup, like, you will get the kill or you will do massive amount of damage to him. But it's not a bad idea to practice edge guarding Steve, though. You definitely can. Oh, man. Remember, you have dash attack. Like, if you don't know if you can't, like, get a punish on him, dash attack will get him. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, like, at that point, since he was so low and he had to do something, I would have just jumped nair. Jump nair wouldn't have been a bad option there. That was way too low. Yeah, see, like, if you go the full distance with plant, like, if he's not in position to punish it, he's not going to punish it there. Ooh, good call out on his part. As I say, he's definitely going for some type of shield break setup off of that. Yep. Alright, he didn't have the decency to finish you off there. Because he could have definitely full charged F smash and you would have been gone. Up throw? Yeah. He's super light. Yeah, that was a wasted Poison Cloud. You have to remember that you need to put Poison Cloud in areas that are going to force him to do something or to make him want to come towards you. So, like, in this case, like, if you did a Poison Cloud around, like, you're back here, so the Poison Cloud is covering this area, it's close enough that he might feel like he might be able to get the attack on you, but you should be far away enough that he technically doesn't have a burst option around you. That's the area that you want to throw it out in. So that way he kind of feels compelled to come towards you, or he might kind of feel compelled to retreat. And then what you can do is, like, you could do like a full hop Batui, so that way you cover him jumping to the you cover him jumping up there. If he goes forward, he gets hit by the Poison Cloud, and then that way if he tries to go aggressively against you, he's probably not going to be able to hit you, and then you can kind of like get an attack off of that. Disadvantage. Oh, to make you use that float? That makes sense. Okay. That works. I'll say there's a lot of times you could be charging Poison Cloud since you don't have it at full. Yeah, like there's kind of no reason not to be charging Poison Cloud in a lot of those situations. Aw. That gave you looking a lot better. You were looking a lot better to, like, turn him around. It's just like you just weren't able to jump around those mine carts. I don't know why you weren't, because he was pretty far away. And the other thing to remember is like when he's doing those mine carts, you can't just jump and hit him as well. Yeah, see, look, that was really good. Just go for those high recoveries. High recoveries. No, I wouldn't. No, don't go for nair. Go for fair. Go for fair against the minecart. Like when he does it in the air. And it doesn't armor things in the air from what I remember. It only armors things on the ground. Because like the main thing that you're looking for is like you're looking to hit the character of Steve himself. Oh, that was really risky. I was gonna say, I think that might have cost you a stock. Good stuff. I was kind of scared that maybe he might be able to get a shield break at that point, but he didn't have a weapon strong enough. Ooh, that was really good. Like, honestly, when you're getting Poison Cloud on him, like, he's either coming... most of the time, I feel like he's coming with an attack, so I'd really find, like, good places to throw out, like, your F smash, because you haven't really done that. The detail's pretty good, especially since you get the combos off of it. Gives you slightly more range than some of his other stuff, too. Oh, you could have up smashed that. You could have up smashed that one as well, I think. Oof. Oh man, he baited you really hard into that one. God, that's so good at two framing him. Oh, I feel so bad. Yeah, like from that distance, there wasn't really too much you could do to recover. You just had to hope he missed that 2-frame. That's the thing. It's like I don't feel like Plant's normally the easiest character in the world to 2-frame, but that was really good by him. Yeah, I'm glad that you stayed on just so you could hold the ledge though, which I feel like that's just way more important. Good catch. That's the other thing you need to keep in mind about your Poison Cloud is that you can damage the shield enough that you can shield poke him from the top too, and you really need to take advantage of that as well. There's like anything that opens him up, and that's a big one. Oh, see. Oh, you did drop down. No, that's not gonna work. You can't. For 11, you could not do that option. Drop down. I feel like is like the easiest way to get caught. You know, overall, like definitely the roughest part about that is like there's just so much 0 to death set that he can get on you. Yeah. I mean, you can pressure a shield fine as long as you got Poison Cloud on top of him. Dude, like the thing is, like, when you watch his video on why he says Steve sucks, like, you can literally see him using every single move Steve has incorrectly. It's like, it's hilarious how bad he is when he was doing that stuff. Yeah, and that's why I kept saying, like, I think the biggest thing that was really costing you, obviously, like, I think, like, the combos games, for the most part, besides, like, the high recoveries you could have done, I don't really think there's too much you can mix up there. Like, I think legitimately most of those times when he touched you, you're just dead. And I don't think there was really another path around you that. So you need to avoid those scenarios if possible, and you need to really figure out the best ways to open them up. And I think it's going to come down to Poison Cloud and like making sure you get max Poison Cloud, so then that way you can pressure his shield enough to like areas where if you throw out attacks in certain areas and you get like you do something that will trade in your favor, or like you're just going to like flat out win those scenarios, and you should come up with a couple of key instances where you can get a shield break off of it. Yeah, no, definitely do that. So like kind of pay attention to his shield health, make sure you're charging it, and make sure you're not throwing out Poison Cloud randomly. Like I feel like all your Poison Clouds are random. Like you're just doing it to do it, rather than it had a very specific purpose of, okay, I want him to come here because like he keeps attacking in this area, or okay, I'm going to put this here and hopefully he goes in and shields. So then that way I can charge up a little bit, let the Poison Cloud do its work, and then like damage it as much as possible. But like I always do feel like he came in with an attack with that like 80% of the time. So you can definitely play around that habit and then form his habits around that. So let's say, oh, then he starts jumping away from Poison Cloud and going up. Then you can start doing anti-airs against him and things like that of that nature. But I do feel like that's really the biggest thing. Obviously, work on high recoveries in the matchup and find better ways to use Poison Cloud and focus specifically on shield poke setups off of it, and shield break setups. If you can get those two things down, then it'll be a lot better. And the shield break setups will just kind of naturally play into shield poke setups as well. Like if it doesn't break their shield, then it should poke. Or if it does, like they'll have like an M&M. So then that way, you know, they're either going to just straight parry, or they're just not going to shield. And then that in itself like eliminates some of the options that you have to deal with. Yeah. I think that's really all I feel like I can say about this, because like I feel like you did what you could on the recovery. You didn't really get too many combos per se, so I can't really say too much about that. There's a couple things he did on your shield that weren't safe that you could punish stronger. But that was really kind of about it. He threw out everything at safe distances, so you can't use the Izal memes to beat Steve with the way that he was saying. Definitely, I would say when he is doing the camp wall, focus on the ceiling more rather than the wall, because I feel like that ceiling like assists his advantage state way more than the wall does, and the wall is just like an easy distraction for you to hit it and for him to get a punish on you. So don't focus on the wall. The only thing that you focus on the wall with is like if you set up like the Poison Cloud to like damage that area, and then you stay outside of it, and then that's it. That's really all you're going to do with it. But yeah, that's why I think like jump and then making sure like the Poison Cloud can hit like the top block and then the ceiling, because it's probably going to be like 3 up and then side. That's my assumption. Was there anything else that you wanted input on in terms of this? Because like even in those scramble situations, like, I feel like Steve actually outmaneuvers Plant. Like I feel like that's one of like 2 or 3 matchups I could legitimately say that about Steve. I think Steve could just outmaneuver you as a character. So okay, yeah, because it's like you could. There's very limited moves you can abuse range against Steve with. So I can't even give you recommendations on that. I can't give you recommendations on like outspacing him with movement, or anything with projectiles too. So yeah, it's not that it's different. It's just that like Plant's tools just don't. I don't see a good way to utilize Plant's tools in this matchup, and that's the issue. Like, legitimately, I can't think of anything you could be doing better except, like, playing around Poison Cloud better to call out, like, habits from him easier and the better recoveries. I mean, definitely, like, you didn't really get, like, a lot of good openers. It's, like, finding out how to get those good openers against him is also kind of confusing. Oh, the other thing, too, your ledge trapping. Your ledge trapping can be better. Big one. I think if your ledge trapping was better, the games probably wouldn't look this bad. You had one game that looked pretty good, but if you get better ledge trapping, you'd probably have a lot more of those be even. Have you found any matches that he's done? Yeah, because I think the ledge trapping would have completely turned that around. Because like every single time Steve touched you and you were off stage, you died. And if you can do the same to Steve, then you'd be doing the same exact thing to him. Like I think honestly that could be it. Like I think the neutral thing is Poison Cloud, and the neutral is Poison Cloud, and like the main thing you have to focus is like just basically killing him the second you get off stage. So safety, safety, safety. Then you get him to like 110, 120. Then he's basically dead from very basic options. And if you get good at edge guarding too, which that might be the two things that Brute has over you: ledge trapping and then the edge guarding, and that might single handedly make it just a way more bearable matchup. Because that's really, oh man, he's getting banned. There we go. Yeah. I guess that'll be it for this one.